All right, welcome to the Kirby's Return to Dreamland ReKap.
That's a finger in my face.
This is a finger in your face. I'll show you a finger in your face.
Oh god.
So the recap of Kirby's Return to Dreamland, because I think way back when we were just like, we have to play a Kirby game, and we came up with Dreamland because it was not only a multiplayer one, but it was one that we could play the characters that we wanted to also, because I think they've had other multiplayer ones, but you were basically forced to all be Kirby.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And these two guys didn't want to be Kirby, and I wanted to be Kirby. So.
You gotta be the D.
So yeah, I had absolute blast with this game. So many memories just came like flooding back from playing, the original Game Boy Kirby and playing on a Nintendo, and just I just love the character because it's one of those you can't not love Kirby because he's just so fun.
Yeah.
And there's so many crazy powers as they've made these games better and better and they've gone along. Kirby can just do more and more things, and in this game is just a prime example, because even though you guys had your kind of lockdown powers, you still had fun because you found a character that really worked into how you like to play. Whereas me, I had more variation, but then I had to fucking chase after my power when I got hit. So
and you were slow as shit when you were flying.
Yeah, and Kirby is just, he's a big puffball, so he's not as mobile as
he doesn't hack jump his way through things.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, so I absolutely loved it. What did you think of the game? Have you played it before?
No.
Okay.
This is my first time playing it, but I remember playing like the old Dreamland games, and this was a good return to form for that. Like, it's pretty much exactly as like those old ones were. Like, that's not to say it didn't innovate, but the ways it did were like fun and really fit in with the gameplay style.
It was that right mixture of like there's enough new stuff to make it kind of fresh and fun, but there's enough nostalgia and kind of old school Kirby gameplay where it's just like, I recognize this, I love this.
Yeah, like the big swords and stuff. Like superpowers were like the logical next step. So it's actually really cool.
Yeah. It's weird. Like, I've played a lot of Kirby games throughout the years, but I've never really had a huge like affinity towards Kirby games.
Wait, are you saying that you hate Kirby?
No, I would never say such a thing.
I'm so shocked.
Oh God. No, it's just that like every time I played a Kirby game, I just come in and I'm just like, this is awesome, and then after I'm done, I don't really think about it too much after, with the exception of Kirby Superstar, which like exploded in my brain.
That is still kind of the quintessential Kirby though. So
but no, this one is like just as ever. Like, it's always a lot of fun. It's got great music. It's got great personality. The graphics are so fun. Like, again, it's not the best graphics, but just the personality and art direction is so vivid. It really just pops, and it's so fun to look at. Yeah, and I guess maybe we talk a bit about the graphics and the style of the game and everything. And again, this was kind of a natural progression for it, because going to a more powerful system, they could do more with it. Because this was a Wii game. We played it on Wii U, but either way,
definitely a Wii game.
It's definitely a Wii game. I mean, the Wii was limited in what it could do, but Kirby was a good fit for that, because Kirby is not about high def. Kirby is not about having really detailed, crazy shit going on all the time, because everything is just bright, colorful polygons with a lot of flashy colors going around, and it worked really, really well for this. And I mean, I'm glad that outside of doing the whole controller shaking for some of the super moves, for the most part, it played like a normal Kirby game, because we held the Wiimote sideways, and it was just like a D-pad with two buttons, just like a classic Nintendo controller. And I'm glad that they didn't screw too much with that. Yeah, it wasn't just like, oh, now hold it sideways and aim it at the screen, and I'll use B and A to do this and this. And yeah, they didn't do any of that extra stuff. It was just literally just the shaking to do some of the super moves, and that was about it. So I'm glad that they didn't go too far with their technology.
I kind of wish they had allowed like the classic controller or any controller other than the Wiimote to work, because like ejecting a power, you had to like reach over to the minus.
That was like that. Actually, now that you remind me, that was a little awkward. Like, I would have when we initially went to play this, I wanted to use a Pro controller because it had a D-pad, it had a joystick, it had all the extra buttons, and I was like, this seems like it's going to work well. Like, I don't mind using this, but all of a sudden it plugged it in, like, oh, it's not recognizing, so it just was like, no, you don't get to use this. So whatever, it's all good. But yeah, let's see, You talked a bit about the music in it, so I mean, you like your sound and music and games and everything like that. So
you know what, the music in this game is really good. It's not as like it doesn't reach the heights of like great Kirby music. Like some of my favorite Kirby music. Well, the original just has an amazing soundtrack, but besides that, like Superstar had like one of the best soundtracks of the series. Surprisingly, what's it called? Nightmare in Dreamland for the GBA had absolutely bonkers soundtrack.
Oh,
yeah, like surprisingly.
Was there a different developer involved in that or anything, or did they just nail the sound design?
I think they just nailed the sound design in that one. And then what's it called? The Nintendo 64 one. The Crystal Shards, I believe, had a couple tracks that were fantastic. For this one, none of them really jumped out to me quite as much as those ones. But I mean, again, Kirby has a very distinct sound, and this one, like again, I'm not saying that this one was bad in any shape or form. It was very enjoyable. There are a couple songs that popped up here and there that I really liked, specifically the Sphere Doomer boss music.
Yep.
I really enjoyed.
I mean, you can't really go wrong with boss music usually, because it's more intense and uppity than a lot of the other stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. So again, not the top of her music, but again, this doesn't mean it's bad at all. It's still just fantastic. It's still really enjoyable. And I mean, you need some really happy-go-lucky music to run through a stage to, right?
Yeah,
and some slightly more dire music for the boss.
Cutesy and fun.
I mean, if you're playing death metal and you got like Kirby running, it doesn't really.
I want that to happen.
It doesn't really line up that well, but who knows? Maybe
they can make a death metal Kirby game.
Oh my god!
And he just gets like
where he meets like a death metal friend, and then they go on like this crazy adventure.
And he gets like little
through like the pits of hell,
little spiked wrists, and he gets like long black hair.
Kirby crossover with Kirby and Brutal Legend.
Yes,
right.
He just eats rigs and then just gets those fucking powers and everything. That'd be awesome.
And he's got his mic power too.
Alright, so what were your like favorite bosses then?
I absolutely being a fan of robots and Mega Man and stuff like that, I absolutely loved what is it, not Eggy Machine or whatever the
blue machine thing. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but like that whole level setup and everything like that, I love that whole Eggy Engines or whatever. That was my favorite like set of levels, because not only were the levels cool, but everything was robotic and machinery, and then the boss was just awesome because he was like a cute Gundam, basically, like one of the super deformed ones or whatever. So that was probably my favorite part. And the other favorite part was the fact that the superpowers were just, for the most part, they were fun to use. Some of them were a little too dedicated to what you had to do in the level, like that weird one with the energy ball where it was like trying to roll
super
a bowling ball around on a tray almost. So it was a little difficult, but other than that, I mean, the fire dragon, that like crusher sword thing, like
snowball.
The snowball was insane, like just stuff like that. That was just pure fun to use, and the fact that it wasn't like, you get to use this like one time, or you have to use it to do this one specific job. A lot of them you could just use all you wanted, well, at least within that level. And, and it was just nice that you actually got to do that.
Yeah, and it was nice that they always brought it back. It wasn't just like, you only one off with power. Like,
exactly.
Everyone came back at least once.
Yeah. All right, so you have a favorite part of the game?
My favorite boss would probably have been Landia, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Just because of how it was like the 4-dragon design, and it like, you could predict its moves and stuff, but it was like, it looked really cool when he was doing everything. And yeah,
you like the kind of perspective part of it too.
Yeah,
like
and he kept like flying back and forth, like in and out. So that was interesting. Yeah, that was probably my favorite boss. My favorite part of the game was probably not Nutty Noon.
just because of the name.
Yeah, and the fact that it wasn't noon at all. It's like,
nope.
This is very obviously dusk.
It was any other time of day but noon. So
yeah, but I just really like boss rushes, and that's where the boss rush.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was the level for that. Yeah, the boss rush was tons of fun.
Yeah.
So my favorite boss, I can't remember his name, but it was the Yeti guy that we fought. He was cool.
Yeah, because he
Super
was like,
Saiyan Yeti.
Yeah, he was basically Super Saiyan because he like punched and shot like Hadouken and stuff like that.
Yeah, it was a really creative boss. It was just a lot of fun. He had a lot of cool moves, so I thought that was a pretty neat fight. Gosh, I don't know if I could say what my favorite part of the game was. I did like the name of the stage Dangerous Dinner just because it's so ridiculous.
Oh, that place was horrible.
That
I
place
hate
was,
that
oh, that
place.
place was hell, but I mean, Dangerous Dinner.
It's almost literally hell. It was.
Yeah.
We were just the whole level was a volcano.
Yeah,
So.
I just really like it was called Dangerous Dinner. I'm like, I don't understand.
I just like the horrible pun I made with that
Oh,
in one
God.
of our descriptions and
Yeah.
videos.
Oh,
It's
God.
coming. It might have come up already.
Yeah, it'll happen.
Oh my goodness.
And then I guess just kind of enough on like ultimately what you thought of the game, and just
Any issues?
well, yeah, I guess any issues. I think I just talked a bit about the issue of the controller was a bit of a weird setup because at least if you're Kirby, because you guys didn't have to eat powers and everything like that, but basically for me to get rid of powers, I did the minus button, which is a very awkward place on the controller because it's not anywhere near 1 and 2, and then it's just like, oh, I need to do that because it's in time with this other thing when I have to grab this power, and if I didn't, then it was like, oh, well, we can't get those cogs now because I didn't get the one power that I needed to do that. And then I guess the other part is it's just being Kirby. Kirby is still Kirby. He's slow and clunky and everything like that, so you have to kind of get used to maneuvering him and everything because some of the levels are, suffice to say, very, very hard.
Yeah, those rushes.
which was my
tricky.
kind of was that actually kind of my next point was this game absolutely surprised me because it was actually difficult in parts, and I don't remember any Kirby game I had ever played really being difficult. It was more or less just there were some challenging parts, but this thing, I mean, it's on camera now. We died multiple times in some of these friggin' levels at some really stupid stuff, but other parts where it was just like, I'm done here. Just walk off screen. And, and I'm not doing this. So it was just kind of interesting to see a Kirby game, which started out so gentle, just kind of ramp up in some of those sections like that. So,
I really enjoyed this game. It was longer than I thought it would be.
yeah, that was actually a really
That was like the really
surprise,
surprising thought. I thought after we got like the first Planet Popstar and sent the guy home, it would just be like, screw you guys, I'm out.
Yeah.
But it ended up being quite a bit more, and that was nice in its own way. Just because like you got more Kirby to play.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
yeah, because that's a notorious thing for Kirby too, is that the games usually end up being very short.
Yeah,
and you're
totally.
just like, I want more.
Yeah.
totally. And I guess my only issue with the game was that like once Kirby died, everything stopped, and it was like I wish they had like implemented something where you could like save him within like 5 seconds or something,
Well,
just to keep it going.
And
like,
it wouldn't
keep
even
this
be about
running
saving them.
smoothly.
It's like, you guys got to use all the lives you wanted.
Yeah.
If Kirby died, why couldn't I just...
Yeah.
If we had
Why
0
couldn't you do
lives,
the same
sure,
thing?
Kirby dies and it all ends or whatever, but because we had lives left, I should have just been able to hit a button and come back in.
Yeah.
But Kirby was the linchpin of everything. So.
Yeah.
Kirby's
And it
the
kind of
shit
makes
actor.
sense, but they should have made it so it doesn't just like cut the action off if like the one person isn't skilled enough.
Yeah.
I assume part of that would have to do with just if there's no more lives and Kirby can't come back, that who's going like there's
Who's gonna
nobody
take
available for the
powers, like, when you
superpower.
need it and
Like
stuff,
especially like when you have the
I
superpower.
guess
That's
that's
the only
true.
reason why.
Yeah, so like a
think that,
revival
but
thing
still.
would be a smart way to do it then.
Yeah,
Exactly.
but
Let's
if you
give
didn't
some
revive
time.
him, then you'd start back.
Exactly. That would be nice. That was like my only real issue with it too.
It wasn't that Meta Knight sucked at all.
Yeah, that guy was a loser.
I love that look you just gave me. Just the daggers.
It hasn't
the
stopped.
daggers.
It hasn't stopped yet.
Interesting points of view, my friend.
He was no D.
They'll be. No,
All right.
No, I wasn't. Unlike
Please carry on. What did you enjoy about the game? What was weird about it? Whatever.
you guys will probably be alive later today.
Probably.
No, like, my major issue was that as well. The whole thing with if Kirby dies, like it's just over right away. There's no chance of revival or whatever. Other than that, like I didn't really have any real issues. Like the control thing as well would make sense, but I was playing as Meta Knight.
Yeah.
There's a couple cool things that you could do with the other characters, like with both Meta Knight and Waddle Dee, probably DD as well. That didn't really matter that much. Like, I mean, Waddle Dee had the cool ability to throw spears, which was awesome, and then they had that spin ability, and then Meta Knight actually had this weird somersault ability, but like half the time you didn't really.
Was that like backflip flying thing?
Yeah,
that he has in
it's a
Smash
thing
Brothers?
exactly. Yeah, they brought it in from Smash Brothers, but there's no I guess there's just no real need to do.
There's no
a lot of
practical
that.
use for it.
Yeah, and that again, it's not like it's a bad thing. It's just kind of like, oh, that's really cool that they have that in there, but like, there's no need generally.
I found uses for all my abilities.
I mean, yeah, I was
That's
talking
because you
about-
had a spear.
Yeah, exactly. I was talking about Meta Knight. Like, there's literally no reason to do that somersault thing. It's not practical.
Yeah.
So it's unfortunate because he has some cool moves, but it's like you don't even need them.
You're flashy. That's all Meta Knight is. All flash, no substance.
I guess I don't know. I'm no particular affiliation with the
He was
character
cool. He
at all.
killed a lot of shit.
Yeah,
cool sword.
He's
so
flashing things. So again, like a Meta Knight's cool. I don't know. He's got a big ship that no longer exists. So whatever.
Yeah, they didn't use his ship. They just
They
went
could have
with
used
the
the
Star
Halberd.
Cutter.
But no, forget it. Anyway, but yeah, it's fine. It's a good game.
So that's Kirby's Return to Dreamland. That was I had tons of fun playing that, and I'm so glad that it was the whole multiplayer experience that it was.
That made it
'cause,
way more fun.
I mean, they easily could have made it just another Kirby game, but the fact that they brought in all the alternate characters, and Kirby being a fan favorite, we did have the option for us to play all play Kirby, but you guys wanted to try something different, so and that really kind of brought a different kind of aspect to it, which again made it a lot more fun. So awesome game. You guys obviously enjoyed it. When we went to find this game, we went to buy a copy of it, like an actual disc copy of it, because we were just like, oh, it's an old Kirby game. It can only cost like $20 or something. Nope, $90. It was,
Which is messed up.
it was ridiculous.
Congratulations for people who own this.
Yeah, good on you if you have a physical copy of this. Hang on to that because it is clearly worth a lot of money. So we played it on the Wii U virtual, the virtual console. So that worked out because we got to play it and we didn't have to spend $90 on it.
Yeah,
and we hope that you guys enjoyed it too. So yeah, definitely check that one out on the virtual console because it's a ton of fun and it actually has a lot of replayability because we didn't even get, I guess, what would be considered the true ending because it says, "Hey, play it again,
Play
asshole."
extra mode to fight Super Magolor.
And also the end.
Question
Yeah,
mark?
the end?
Yeah.
Question mark.
Yeah.
And then there's all the other crazy stuff that we barely played, like the dojo ninja shooting thing, and there's a lot of other mini
Scope
games.
shot.
There's the boss rush thing that you lock on the end. Like, there's tons and tons of extra stuff in this game. So yeah, absolutely worth buying it on the virtual console. Or if you own it, then you're probably still playing it. So. But yeah, so that's Kirby's Return to Dreamland. So we have to go pick another game now to play to entertain all you guys out there. So until the next episode, don't forget to
Like,
comment,
and subscribe. We'll see you on the next episode of Kita with a new game.